Should you buy Horizon Zero Dawn in 2021? Horizon Zero Dawn, developed by Guerrilla Games known mainly for their first-person shooter franchise Killzone, decided to take a brand new direction for the PS4 generation, focusing on a story-driven, third-person action-adventure game set in a world dominated by dinosaur machines. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Horizon was a PS4 exclusive until it came to PC last year and was met with great reviews from most during its original release, but is Horizon Zero Dawn worth it in 2021? Let's find out. We'll be talking narrative and gameplay. We're close to hitting 600 subs, which is just crazy to me, so thank you to everyone for the support. The narrative was praised by many reviewers, and I can see why. Horizon Zero Dawn has that aura of mystery and an intrigue, pulling you in, making you want to invest the time to discover what this game has to offer. And while that is great, I do think overall the narrative did fall flat. I can already feel the tension from everyone, but let me explain why the narrative is great, but for me personally does fall flat. Script is important. Horizon Zero Dawn really doesn't have a great script, which is why I think the mystery element is so well done. The script is very generic, and while it does get the job done, I have come to expect better from PlayStation exclusives. Horizon has some really great moments, but those moments really aren't elevated by the script, but more by the soundtrack and overall world building the game offers the player. Many moments that should have been bad were saved by a tremendous score, and as well as the fact the world of Horizon is so well thought out and built. It helped me ignore the script's shortcomings most of the time, but once you start to reflect on what the script actually brought to the table, it just wasn't a lot. The voice acting, while great during main cinematics, does fall flat during the side quests and stuff like that, but I can't really fault them when the script definitely needed another draft. Despite those flaws, Horizon Zero Dawn still delivers a story that can tug on those cold heartstrings of yours if you look past its flaws and buy into the world and mystery that the game very clearly wants you to feel. As the game progresses, you feel that mystery slowly fading and being replaced by various plot points slowly pointing you in the direction of answers. So like the character you follow, Aloy, you and Herm are just waiting for the answers to be given to you. A lot of the characters are interesting, but some do fall flat mainly due to the lack of impact on the story, but those characters are elevated heavily by the world's various cultures, and it really does immerse you into the world, making you feel like these cultures would actually exist in this new mecha dinosaur age. It really is cool. While I dislike the script, I can totally see why many love this narrative. It's clear many people connect with the story and really get a lot out of it, which is great. Everything is subjective when it comes to games. Many characters I dislike, I know many love, but I can't help but feel like something was missing, and for me, I think it was the script. The story does have some great set pieces though, and really gives you that grand open world feel that developers was aiming for, and maybe I played through the story on a bad week. At the end of the day, the themes that the developers did explore were explored well, but maybe I just didn't connect with those themes, so maybe you will. It's one of those stories that is risky to tell due to the limits of an origin story. Overall, the script falls flat, but everything surrounding it is almost perfect, like its soundtrack and world building. I definitely think the game is worth it for its world building, but not necessarily its narrative, so I'm kind of in the middle, so it's up to you if you think it might be up your alley. I love Horizon Zero Dawn's gameplay. It comes so close to perfecting the third-person open-world gameplay design, and I was simply mesmerized by the sheer cool factor this game has. You fight giant robot dinosaurs with a bow with explosive arrows, tripwires, freeze grenades, etc. Horizon Zero Dawn, in my opinion, is easily the most creative IP Sony has right now in terms of gameplay and overall design. Guerrilla takes the standard open world design by the throat and chokeslams the usual Ubisoft design that us gamers have gotten used to over the years. Horizon Zero Dawn definitely borrows heavily from the games in its genre, but literally every game these days steals and then switches up the formula, but Horizon is easily one of the best examples on how to do it right. There is a ton of variation in enemy design and archetypes, varying from your standard human enemies to giant T-Rex mechanical beasts with laser cannons and giant assault rifles, which is just so cool. Maybe not assault rifles, but I don't really know what to call it because it's so creative. The combat, while great, definitely suffers when you're facing the human enemies. The AI is pretty horrendous, so it's clear they spent more time designing the AI for the other enemy types, which I'm personally okay with. It makes the other enemies feel much smarter than they actually are by helping you buy into this idea that machines are slowly outsmarting humans by making the AI dumber. Whether that was intentional or not, I'll never know, but that's the way I look at it, and it makes me feel better about the game. Exploration is heavily encouraged and feels very natural. You climb the environments, discovering ruins, cities and cultures, and again adding a spin on the classic Ubisoft climb the tower game design by instead making you climb a giant moving mechanical machine roaming around a specific area on the map, and it's just genuinely awesome. As mentioned, there is a variety of weapons, all adding a unique style, which means more player creativity, which means more ways to play the game and more fun for many people. As I have noticed, when there is a lack of creative options for players, less people enjoy the game naturally. That's probably why games like Minecraft still remain popular to this day. Overall, Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't deliver a particularly exceptional narrative, but its production and very clear passion manages to disguise that fact for the majority of the game's length. The soundtrack and visuals are some of the best in the industry, and the gameplay for me personally is an almost perfect third-person shooter style that I really felt freshened up that genre of gaming. You should absolutely buy Horizon Zero Dawn, and Horizon is without a doubt an absolute classic. Thank you for watching.